From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. The deaths of 2 Ottawa children and their father are being investigated as a murder-suicide. The bodies of the 7- and 12-year-old boys were found in a home this morning in Ottawa's South End. Their father's body was found at a vehicle fire about 60 kilometers away. Multiple locations outside Ottawa are believed to be linked to the investigation, including a fire at a business in Iroquois, Ontario. Canada's former chief trade negotiator says he does not expect Ottawa to reach a tariff deal with Washington before the U.S. midterm elections. Steve Verhoeven says he thinks it's more likely negotiations will stretch into next year. He also thinks there hasn't been anything close to a good deal for Canada put on the table.
Canada and Mexico have shown flexibility on a number of the bilateral issues, but the U.S. has not shown much movement on their side. So not a lot of incentive for Mexico and Canada to start to move towards closing the agreement.
He spoke today at an event for investors charting the trade outlook ahead of the review of the Canada-US-Mexico agreement. The RCMP says 4 men and 2 women are presumed to have drowned in last night's sinking of a fishing charter boat off Richmond, BC. 2 survivors are in critical condition, while another man and woman have been discharged from hospital. The group pushing for an Alberta separation referendum has won a partial victory in court. An Alberta Court of Appeal judge has ruled the signatures on their binding referendum petition can be counted and verified, but the petition can't be put to voters until the appeals process plays out. Albertans will still vote October 19th on whether to start the process for a second binding vote on leaving Confederation. Hundreds of Canadians have already donated to a public fundraiser to restore the former official residence of the Prime Minister.
The Rideau Hall Foundation says it's gotten more than $100,000 in donations toward the renovation of 24 Sussex. President and CEO Teresa Marquez says the charity is humbled and moved after it received more than 200 online donations since last Friday, when Prime Minister Mark Carney announced a public fundraiser and design competition to restore the rundown residence. The renovation doesn't have a specific budget yet, but Marquez says the cap for donations is set at $5 million, or 10% of the $50 million goal. Rideau Hall Foundation only accepts donations from named individuals and rejects contributions from corporations or anonymous donors. Craig Lord, The Canadian Press, Ottawa.
A sinkhole opening up in Edmonton over the weekend caused a little bit of llama drama.
Does the llama have a name?
Yeah, runner.
Firefighters rescued the llama after it fell into the 3-meter-deep sinkhole. They had to call in an excavator to make the hole big enough to safely pull the woolly animal out. He was very muddy, but not injured. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Blue Jays kick off a 3-game series with the visiting New York Mets tonight in a battle of struggling teams. Toronto's lost 6 games in a row, all at home. The Vancouver Canucks have acquired forward Brendan Gallagher from the Montreal Canadiens for future considerations. Gallagher is from BC. Canada learns its next World Cup opponent tonight when Morocco and the Netherlands face off in Mexico. Either opponent will be a formidable challenge for Canada Saturday in Houston. 2-time NBA MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will once again pull on a Canada basketball jersey. The Hamilton native is the biggest name added to Canada's roster for the upcoming FIBA Men's Basketball World Cup 2027 America's qualifiers.
Excited. Obviously, basketball is all of our pride and joys. Have fun playing it.
His hometown will host 2 qualifier games. Canada faces Puerto Rico on Friday, Jamaica next week. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.